In the kingdom of Arendelle, Princess Elsa was born with a magical gift that allowed her to create and control ice and snow. As a child, Elsa was fascinated by her powers and loved to play with them, creating snowflakes and ice crystals with a mere wave of her hand. However, as she grew older, Elsa began to realize that her powers were not just a gift, but also a curse. Elsa's parents, the king and queen, were worried about their daughter's abilities and the potential danger they posed to the kingdom. They decided to keep Elsa's powers a secret, locking her away in the palace and forbidding her from using her magic in public. Elsa was heartbroken, feeling like a prisoner in her own home. As the years passed, Elsa's powers grew stronger, and she became more and more isolated from the world outside the palace. Her only comfort was her younger sister Anna, who loved and accepted Elsa for who she was. But even Anna didn't fully understand Elsa's struggles, and Elsa felt like she was alone in her fears and doubts. One day, the king and queen were killed in a tragic accident, and Elsa was left to rule the kingdom. But on the day of her coronation, Elsa's powers got out of control, and she inadvertently plunged Arendelle into eternal winter. The people of the kingdom were terrified, and Elsa, feeling ashamed and afraid, ran away, abandoning her throne and her sister. Anna, determined to help her sister and save the kingdom, set out on a journey to find Elsa. Along the way, she met Kristoff, an ice harvester, and his loyal reindeer, Sven. Together, they braved the treacherous mountains and forests, facing many dangers and obstacles. Meanwhile, Elsa was struggling to control her powers, feeling like a monster and a danger to those around her. She was afraid of hurting anyone, especially Anna, and so she kept running, trying to find a way to reverse the curse and restore summer to Arendelle. As Anna and Kristoff got closer to finding Elsa, they encountered Prince Hans, a charming and handsome prince who claimed to be in love with Anna. But Hans had ulterior motives, and he was determined to capture Elsa and use her powers to gain control over the kingdom. When Anna and Kristoff finally found Elsa, they were met with resistance. Elsa, still afraid of hurting anyone, refused to return to the kingdom, and she used her powers to defend herself. But Anna, determined to help her sister, stood up to Elsa, refusing to back down. In that moment, Elsa realized that Anna was not afraid of her, and that she was willing to stand up for her, even when Elsa couldn't stand up for herself. This realization sparked something in Elsa, and she began to see that her powers were not a curse, but a gift. With newfound confidence, Elsa returned to the kingdom, determined to face her fears and restore summer to Arendelle. But Hans had other plans, and he attempted to capture Elsa and use her powers for his own gain. In the end, it was Anna who stood up to Hans, refusing to let him hurt her sister. Elsa, seeing Anna's bravery, found the strength to stand up for herself, and she used her powers to defeat Hans and restore summer to the kingdom. As the kingdom celebrated the return of summer, Elsa realized that she had learned a valuable lesson. She had learned that she didn't have to be afraid of her powers, and that she didn't have to hide who she was. She had learned to stand up for herself, and to use her gifts to help others. But more importantly, Elsa had learned the value of standing up for those who couldn't stand up for themselves. She had seen how Anna had stood up for her, even when she couldn't stand up for herself. And she had realized that this was the greatest gift of all. From that day on, Elsa ruled the kingdom with kindness and wisdom, using her powers to help those in need. And she never forgot the lesson she had learned, always standing up for those who couldn't stand up for themselves. Years went by, and the kingdom prospered under Elsa's rule. The people of Arendelle loved and respected their queen, and Elsa finally found the happiness and acceptance she had always longed for. And so, Elsa's story came full circle. A story of self-discovery, bravery, and the power of standing up for those who couldn't stand up for themselves. A story that would be passed down for generations to come, inspiring others to be brave, to be kind, and to stand up for what is right. The kingdom of Arendelle continued to flourish, and Elsa's legacy lived on, a reminder to always stand up for those who couldn't stand up for themselves. As the years went by, the story of Elsa and Anna was told and retold, a reminder of the power of love and acceptance. And the people of Arendelle never forgot the lesson they had learned, always standing up for those who couldn't stand up for themselves. And so, the story of Elsa came to an end, but the lessons she learned and the legacy she left behind lived on, inspiring others to be brave, to be kind, and to stand up for what is right.